Okay, it says it's a Warski tweet that says in Minnesota it's illegal for a man to have sex with a live fish. Warski says, "Oh, I'm never moving there." That was from 2013. Oh, buddy.
Out with that, G.
I've already witnessed them.
I mean, essentially, somebody said this earlier today. I think it was on my Twitter feed, and it's so true. This is what the sector would be like if we all had money. There would just be endless lawsuits, like for a million years, like up legal agreements and shit. This really is the sector with money. Yeah, we're in the midst of the Crowder conspiracy, the Crowder conspiracy. Can't even begin to explain how insane
This is crazy.
Crowder's defense was today. So he gets Gerald the cuckold out there. Gerald is like the milk-fed gimp, gator, V, bitch boy slave. Like Gerald is like the house end. Gerald really is the house end for
Not
Crowder.
the house end.
He really is the house end. Gerald would take any abuse. If Steven wants to spit in his mouth, which he probably has, he'd let him. Gerald puts on the dress for Crowder like once a week. Gerald's just Steven's whipping boy. Gerald takes all sorts of shit from him. Me and Surfer just would always clown on Gerald. When we watched Crowder, we would just spit on Gerald because Gerald's a scumbag, lowlife, house end, milk-fed gimp, slave, bitch, piece of shit. Well, Gerald's out there running damage control, right? Oh, it's a conspiracy. Oh, everybody's teaming up against Steven. Oh, what was me? Guys, Steven's definitely not gay, guys. Gerald actually revealed in his defense that Crowder whipped out his genitals to Jared. He said, but Jared whipped out his genitals in front of Steven for over an hour on the radio and put his balls in his face.
What?
So I'm just thinking to myself, like, Gerald, buddy, this wasn't the defense you were hoping for, Gerald. It makes all of you sound gay as
Did he on audio?
It's sussy. Yes! No. It's on video. Like, I went through it because I was like, listen to the defense. This got added in like the last hour. Because I'm like, all right,
you said there's too much for tonight even, right?
There's so much stuff with the Crowder because it's like
multi-show.
It's going to be a multi-show arc because there's so much backstory to like the sussiness with Crowder, his homosexuality, dressing up in drag, forcing the other co-hosts to dress in drag and fulfill his sussy fantasies. The Owen Benjamin.
Do you know this, dude?
I thought Owen Benjamin was a schizophrenic and was insane when he said Steven Crowder was a who couldn't dick down his wife, wouldn't even hold hands with his wife, wouldn't even hug or kiss his wife in the presence of others. Never. I thought Owen was insane when he said Crowder was a
Wait.
I'm sorry, Owen. Forgive me. Forgive me,
Ash,
Big Bear.
Do you know
me. It
Brian
turned out
Callen?
he was a sussy
Ash, do you know Brian Callen? Remember Brian Callen?
Brian Callen?
So Brian
yeah,
Callen,
from
right?
Fighter
So,
and the Kid.
Yeah, so he was the co-host on Crowder's show for a minute there, right? I don't know if he still is, but Callen had to dress up like a cow. Did you see this?
Yes!
And get whipped, and then
I have
and Brian
to get all this
mom,
stuff.
his mom called him. She's like, why are you bringing shame to our family? He's like, Mom, it's a joke. She's like, this is shameful. Like, there's so much lore, guys. This is like 2-3 days worth.
The thing is, every single person that's been involved with Louder with Crowder only has bad things to say. There's not one person who worked with Crowder who's like saying, oh, he was such a good boss. He wasn't gay. He was totally heterosexual. Like most of his like former co-hosts, like Sven Computer at one point, he like put a coded cry for help on a cardboard sign on the air because he was afraid to openly express his mind.
Whoa. Dave Landau spilled everything 11 months ago. It was dark, bud.
It's actually crazy, man, the stuff that goes on with Crowder. And that's not even talking about, like, the wife abuse and the ring fucking camera shit. Now, we're like all the sussy gay shit with not gay Jared. Wonder why his name was not gay Jared.
Woo!
I have a feeling he was gay. And Crowder was gay. I kind of think that in order to be hired on Crowder, like Crowder has to have his gaydar sense that you're like at least 20%
25.
or at least that you're like open to being a homo, and that he can get, or that he feels like that he can force you and coerce you into being a homo
At least a
before
hand
he
job.
hires you.
Maybe not
Like,
a
at
BJ, but
least.
at least a HJ. Yeah.
Well, we're gonna get to that, Casino viewer. We have the clip of Crowder trying to kiss Jared. We have the clip of Crowder admitting to being bisexual. So it's not even like he's still in the closet, folks. Crowder has admitted to having gay sex with men. He's admitted to sucking men off. He says that it was a phase. He's doing the millennial woes defense, folks.
Okay,
It
when
was
you-
just a phase.
When you make our show look straight,
It's over,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
Like the Crowder defense. He's like I clipped 12 seconds of it because it's all you need to see. But we might later in the week go through it where he's like, I'm so worried that I try and be Dr. Jekyll, but I'm worried that Mr. Hyde is going to come out. I'm worried that bisexual Mr. Hyde is going to come out, and I have to suppress it. It's like, whoa, buddy. Like, whoa, buddy. So you're telling me Owen was right? And that was like 8 months ago. That was like a year ago that he was saying this shit in the wake of his divorce and everything like that. And Owen Benjamin has said Crowder never wanted to touch his wife, be around his wife. His wife would beg Crowder to impregnate her. Crowder couldn't get hard to impregnate his own wife.
shit.
Like,
Wait, really?
Supposedly, yeah, like this is the crazy. Now listen, it's Owen Benjamin. He's
No,
like
but I believe
pretty
it, though.
schizophrenic. I'm starting to
believe it.
believe it. Like,
By the
when
way,
Owen's trying to say shit like Crowder needed a gay fluffer to get hard for his wife. Like, this is the wild shit that we're living in, folks.
Did he say? Do you have Owen videos?
Well, I gotta find the most. So the problem is with Owen, like digging up the Owen clips.
Yeah.
There's like 4,000 Owen Benjamin shows that are all like 8 hours long. You know? So it's difficult to sort through the Owen Benjamin shit. I've been trying to get as many clips as I can, but the story's only breaking today, and I only had so much time because I was going through flipping like Review Tech USA's meltdown. He kept melting down, getting the Review Tech Tinder profile, all this, getting the other stuff set up. But the Crowder stuff is crazy. Now, somebody chatted, oh, does Crowder have 0 children? For the longest time, he didn't have kids. Now, I think in the last couple of years, I think he had 2 kids. I'm not 100% sure. But one of the big battles over this divorce situation is Crowder is seeking full custody of the children. So he doesn't want his wife to have the kids, but his wife is also seeking full custody of the kids from what I understand. And so Crowder offered her like a big amount of money to off and go away. He offered her a big settlement, but it would mean that she would never get to see her kids. So she rejected that settlement. Now, right now, Crowder is like agreed to pay his wife $25,000 a month, but it's like there's like a debate going on as to whether or not that money is like alimony or like child support,
Or
whether
hush
that's
money.
no, or if it's legal fund money. So I like what Lauren Southern is saying is that Crowder spends $100,000 a month on lawyers, and that $25,000 a month is for his wife's lawyers. So that means Crowder right now, this guy must have more money than God to keep this shit going. So he's paying like $125,000 a month in legal fees. Now Fuzzy Claus says he's paying the legal fees plus the $25,000. And I'm not sure about that. Like, I actually don't really know,
Bro, his
what
mud
the
club
exact, because there's so many
brings in so
conflicting
much
sources.
money. He makes so much money, you can't even count it. You can't. 100K for him is just like, okay, next.
He
like,
wipes his nose with
but-
it.
Well,
but the
that's
thing is,
no,
when
that's
you
the
have
crushed
as much
Adderall.
when you have as much money as him,
Allegedly,
and you're such a big figure as he is, like, because Crowder is probably a top 3 conservative influencer in like the right-wing sphere.
Yeah, it's
like,
Shapiro,
who's actually
Crowder,
bigger than him.
and Peterson. you know?
And Jordan Peterson.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So for me, Tucker, well, he's maybe top 5.
Top 5,
he's maybe
yeah.
top
Okay,
5.
fair,
when you start, he's definitely top 5. He might even be top 3. Some people would say at one time he was number 1
What about Fuentes?
out of anybody. Fuentes is top 2.
I'm kidding.
But listen, when you have that much money and you have such an image to protect, it's crazy to me that he couldn't come to some sort of agreement with his wife to where they kept up the marriage as a charade, because it seems to me like the whole marriage was a charade to begin with, that Stephen was actually gay and he only got with the wife to advance his career. That's really what I think happened. That's speculation and that's allegedly. I don't know. But based on everything I've ever seen about Crowder, it seems to me the whole marriage was like a sham.
Yeah.
It was a Beard scenario to begin with. So why they couldn't come to some sort of arrangement, I don't really know. I guess Crowder, like, legitimately was like a fucking psycho. Must have been crazy as fuck, because he's burned bridges with every single person that he ever worked with, to the point where they're now engaged in a conspiracy with his wife, according to Crowder, to destroy his career. So I think that pretty much everybody involved in this is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like, I think Crowder's a piece of shit. I think his wife's probably fucking insane as well, because she can't seem to come to an amicable settlement with him, or whatever.
Well,
and
Ash,
there's
wasn't
the
she trying to
Yam
hide
of
the
Doom.
kids from him too?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see.
It's just crazy stuff. We'll get into it later on in the show. But I just wanted to talk about it a little bit off the top, because I've been thinking about it like all day. Like, because at first I was like, I'm not even going to cover this today. You know, Jared's statement's a little bit boring.
Yeah.
And then, like, Gerald came out guns a-blazing. Gerald revealed the Yam of Doom. So there's like the Yam of Death, or like whatever. Somebody fucking took a yam or a sweet potato, I'm not really sure the difference, and they scribbled on it insane death threats to Crowder and like his address, and like tossed it through the window of his house. I don't fucking know. Like, Gerald's like revealing this. He's like, look at all these text messages where they're colluding together that we subpoenaed, and like, why fucking Not Gay Jared decided to get involved with the wife, I'm not really sure. I have to be careful what I say, because
alleged.
Well, Not Gay Jared is now threatening, not allegedly, to sue the Quartering, because the Quartering suggested, well, maybe there's some sort of a romantic relationship between Not Gay Jared and Crowder's wife. Maybe like there's like a new Beard in town. So
wait,
Quartering's
can
like, please
Quartering
don't
be
sue
sued for
me,
that?
bro. Well, I don't think so. He
Not
was
for
just
saying allegedly.
speculating.
Speculation, like
he's just speculating. But like, Not Gay Jared is so fucking seething right now and spiraling. At first, I was like totally on his side. I'm like, F Crowder. Crowder's a creep. Crowder's a piece of shit. I'm hearing him cry about a slave contract. It's very ironic, because Crowder went after Daily Wire about their slave contract that they were trying to put him in. That was for like hundreds of millions of dollars. Not really sure how that was a slave contract, but whatever. Now, Ben Shapiro is donating to Not Gay Jared's legal defense fund. Ben Shapiro donated $500 to the. Well, you know, I don't know. Like, that's how much that we've discovered so far, that Shapiro is donating to the Not Gay Jared legal defense fund. I mean, he is Jewish, so like $500. He's like, here you go.
That's a lot, actually.
To get Ben Shapiro to part with $500 is like, my God, we can only get Hoffman to part with 20s at a time.
It's like parting the Red Sea.
No, really, it's like a fucking miracle, man. It's like fucking, it's like lifting a car, you know? Like,
the adrenaline really kicked in. It was a miracle.
Exactly.
Their daughter was under the car.
The conversion in Gentile dollars is equivalent to $1 million Gentile dollars, you know? So I don't know. We're going to go through it as best we can. But also, there's like all the side feuds that are going on. So we have Not Gay Jared versus Quartering, the lawsuit against Quartering going on. Then we have Lauren Southern versus Pearl. It seems to me, allegedly, this is what everybody's saying, word on the street is that Steven Crowder is using Pearly Things as his mouthpiece to leak information online, to run his narrative.
Alleged.
And then Lauren Southern is then battling with Pearly Things about whether or not, like, she should get anything. Pearl saying that women who get divorced should get nothing. All women are whores.
Yep.
Lauren's like, well, Crowder, he's an abuser. Then it's a battle about Lauren's kid
and
Lauren's husband. And Pearl's like, I want your husband's side. Give me your husband's phone number. I need to know the whole story of your divorce.
It's falling apart.
My whole thing about that is like, why don't you just, like, if he wanted his story to be told, I'm sure he could tell it to somebody.
Yeah.
Like, is this guy just without internet access? Is he like in the Arctic tundra somewhere, the supposed federal agent that Lauren Southern was with?
Well, what
like,
Lauren Southern said, Lauren Southern allowed him to see the kids with no alimony or no child support, and he still said no, apparently.
He was like, no. If I believe, like, I don't know.
That might be bullshit, though.
But nobody fucking knows, and he doesn't want to give his side of it because he doesn't want to be dragged into an internet sideshow spectacle. And he had a career in intelligence that was apparently ruined. Who the knows what's going on with that? But everybody, like Tim Pool's weighing in on it. Tim Pool's battling with Lauren Southern.
Ash, he lost his internet in the divorce.
Oh, yeah, makes sense. So it's gotten to the point now where the whole right wing is spiraling. And like even pieces of shit like Vito are getting easy dunks in. Leftists are dabbing on the conservative movement. And, you know, they deserve it. They deserve the dub today because Crowder is like a sissy and he didn't run his operation right. He didn't do right by his people. He fucked them all over. He thought he could burn them all and it would never come back to haunt him. He thought he could burn his wife and it would never come back to haunt him. But the chickens are coming home to roost for Crowder. I don't really have any sympathy for Crowder. People who are like, oh, think about the average man getting raped in divorce court. This is not the average man.
No.
This is a multi-millionaire, super famous, conservative influencer who lied about who he was for years, came out, admitted he was a bisexual that sucked, and he's honestly getting what he fucking deserves. And I'm not going to be like, ooh, the rhetoric of, ooh, average man, and like, oh, the alimony and the child support. Like, I honestly think that everybody involved is a piece of shit, and I hope they destroy each other.
Yeah, same.
I hope Crowder and his wife destroy each other. I hope all the talentless hacks who worked on the Crowder show that are like, because that's the thing too, is like all these guys like Quarter Black Buddy, Not Gay Jared, whatever. Like the fact that they even accepted these names shows that they are milk-fed gimp, talentless hacks. Like, let them fucking die. Like the thing is, they have no relevance away from Steven anyway. So, like, I understand the Crowder Defense Force argument on this. It's like, who the fuck are these hacks anyway? And why are they showing up for attention? Why are they asking for us to fund their legal defenses? Why are, like, fuck them. Like, fuck them. I hope they all destroy each other. I hope they lose 1 million mugs, to tell you the truth.
Which, by the way, there is only one winner. Us, the casino, while we eat popcorn, dissect this, and watch them burn. They all deserve it. They're all fucking scumbags behind the scene, by the way.
I'm not on any of these people's side. Like, none of... And
Let
you know
burn.
we're on bias because none of them are ever going to do us a favor. Crowder's not ever going to stoop down go, oh, let me help my fellow Canadian compatriots at the... That's not going to happen. Quartering's not ever going to give us... You know, like, these people. It. And Crowder's wife's not gonna fucking spread her legs for me, so I don't give a fuck. Them all. Fuck them
Apparently,
all. Let
people
it
in chat.
burn.
Well, some people in
Let
chat
it
like
burn.
the quarter, whatever. What's his name? I don't know. Who's this guy? Quarter or
Quarter
what?
Black Garrett. Well, to be fair, I don't really know a
So
whole
people
lot
say
about him.
he's on Friday Night Tights, and people do like him in chat. That's so. Oh, fair
Listen,
enough.
there are some people with time. I'm not going to say that every person, but like
Cool.
a lot of these guys never amount to
I like
anything.
Nerdrotic
Like
too, by the
Sven
way. I like
Computer,
Nerdrotic.
Whoever.
This segment is a joke, and everything is a legend.
Everything's alleged other than Crowder's homosexuality, which has been confirmed by his own mouth. And he puts a lot of things in there. So we're starting off. Let's go with, because people are confused. They're like, what do you mean Crowder's gay? Well, hear it from the man himself, 0-0. If we go here,
I'm afraid of.
this is part of a longer
I'm
segment
afraid of.
Whoops, sorry.
that Crowder did. I didn't, because there's so much in this, I needed to
is
save
cringe.
time.
This
I know.
set is so crazy.
Crowder, the barbarian.
This is
Like, I didn't
so.
see Conan suck no
Did you see
Can you
this?
tell me where Arnold took a dick up his ass in Conan the Barbarian? Or, yeah, the Walther. Well, okay, they actually pay him. I heard today that Walther pays Crowder $5 million a year on that sponsorship alone.
To put that gun there.
Yeah. And to wear, like, the shirt and the holster.
Oh, the holsters?
And the whole nine.
Ugh. The whole
The
9.
seed.
The whole 9mm. Fucking go ahead, your turn. Sorry. Did I just?
Divorce was announced
Wow.
where he talked about
hang on.
how he
Wait,
grappled with his
pause.
sexual. Yeah.
Yeah, my joke was so bad it froze your Discord.
No.
My joke was so shit it paused the show. I was like, go ahead.
So this was when Crowder was getting divorced. He decided to release a video where he talked about his struggles with homosexuality. Now, I couldn't believe this because it was rumored about Crowder for years that he was gay. Like, Owen Benjamin was saying he was gay, saying that Crowder, like, made sexual advances to him, that Crowder likes to try and make the men on the show wear dresses. And that is a recurring thing on Louder with Crowder. Not just, like, the guests or the other hosts that Crowder has control of wearing dresses, but Crowder himself wearing dresses. Owen Benjamin said that, Crowder never fucked his wife, that he never saw Crowder kiss his wife or touch his wife, that Crowder's wife would beg Steven to impregnate her, and he wouldn't do it.
May I ask you something? Because okay,
Yeah.
so is the wife the one that was recently on the ring cam?
Yes.
So he's only had one wife and they're divorced now.
Yes.
When
and
was
what's
the
funny
ring
about
cam
it
footage
all-
from? By the way, was it before?
That was from last year. But
Okay.
what's funny about all of this is Crowder used to brag about how he did it the right way. He's like, I married my sweetheart and I waited for sex. I didn't have it before marriage and I did everything right and I've won. Well, the truth is that was all a lie, that Steven engaged in homosexual sex before he was with his wife. And that might have been why his marriage failed, because he was a closeted homo that was cheating on her with other guys in the office. This is all alleged, but let's be real. It's an open secret that Steven's flaming. And it's
Gabe,
not
shout
even
out.
an open secret. Just listen to him here. Just play it.
I'm afraid, frankly, that he used to have a bad temper. I'm afraid of it coming back. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a
Whoa!
So there he is, admitting his bisexuality. That's a man. That's the eyes of a man being forced to admit that he's full-on bisexual, that he feels those
Oh, the script coming back.
urges, that he's worried about Mr. Hyde coming back, that he's going to transform back into a homosexual that sucks piss. And he's like expanded on that in other places, where he said like he had a gay phase in college, he hooked up with other men, he experimented. Like, this is like on the record, Crowder saying all this shit.
Is this
So I
out
just
of
want
context? It's not out of context.
No, it's not out of
folks,
context
folks,
whatsoever.
folks.
No, it's
This
not.
is literally out of his own show. Like I've seen clips of this for like years now. It's been a fucking thing. Can I ask you a question? 'Cause I don't watch Crowder. Was his voice always this, special? Like, listen to his voice.
I'm afraid, frankly, that he used to have a bad temper.
Whoa, I used to have a bad temper. Like, whoa, that's the voice of a man who sucks a fucking cock or two. Just saying. Am I exaggerating, folks?
I'm afraid of it coming back. I'm afraid of Mr. Hyde rearing his ugly bisexual head. That was a short phase.
Whoa!
It was a short phase, guys. It was just a phase where he was gay. He doesn't struggle with that at all now, except we can see various examples throughout his career. And we're just going to go to Exhibit 1 really quick here. Yeah.
What's up with his eyes?
Those are the eyes of a gay man.
No. There's one. It's like Ralph died.
Maybe he got f***ed up doing his martial arts training or whatever. I hurt myself today to see if I feel calm.
Is this it?
So get ready for this. So this is Steven Crowder at He Will Not Divide Us.
No way.
And this is with the employee, not Gay Jared, that this whole lawsuit and situation is revolving around. Watch here. Watch. He tries to kiss him. Look at him. Look at him. And he does kiss him.
Tries? What do you mean tries?
He does kiss him. He was trying to make out with him. He was trying to full on get his lips.
Oh my God. Look at that.
The lust. Look at the lust in his eyes.
Wait. Is this... This is
real. This is real. So this is the situation that's going on at Louder with Crowder. Because I want people to understand the full context. I don't even really care about the divorce. I'm more so concerned about the fact that the face of the conservative movement is a not so closeted trying to kiss his employee here, who is apparently called Not Gay Jared. Look at this. He's forcing himself sexually onto his employee. He's tonguing the guy's ear.
Was he Crowder like at that, like, like the way he was a smaller channel?
He was huge in 2016, 2017.
Why did he?
He was still huge then. Because he thinks he can get away with it. So again, this is an instance from an article. In March 2018, Crowder and his crew were driving in a van when former producer he liked to call Not Gay Jared, the guy he was kissing in that clip, fell asleep in the back row. Steven was in front and he joked about what he was going to do, a witness said. He climbed over and dropped his junk on top of Jared's shoulder.
What?
So he put his fucking ball sack on Jared's shoulder. The same ex-staffer recalled that Crowder exposed himself to Jared in 2017 while they were filming a parody version of Ghost. And on a flight in 2018, a different employee, so it's multiple employees, over a period of years, claim they saw Crowder put his testicles on his childhood friend and assistant John Goodman. Another employee remembered that Crowder showed his genitals to Dave Landau, a comedian and former co-host who called Crowder a bully last week. This article's from last year. Landau claimed that Crowder installed a Dave Don't Talk button on the show to get him to be quiet on air because he was seething about getting upstaged.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so there's a whole video. I sent it to Ashton, but there's like a lot of like interviews where Dave Landau, he's actually a funny guy, right? But so they wouldn't let Dave Landau, the co-host, on the pre-show, like before they jump on. They actually do the show one time, like a play, and practice it before doing the actual show. Imagine us doing this podcast before we're live, so it's perfect when we're live. I'm not even kidding. But Dave wasn't allowed in there on those like the tests, and yeah, he was upstaging Crowder with his one-liners, and people were like in the comments were like, "Oh, he's the funny guy, he's the good guy." Da 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 da. And Crowder couldn't handle it and installed a Dave Don't Talk button. Like, you press it, like, Dave, like, don't. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. We should watch that maybe in the future as we're dissecting and doing a deep dive.
I mean, we have it in the folder, like it is ready to go, but there's just so much with this story. But I wanted to give the proper context to the relationship between Steven and Not Gay Jared, because it seems like nobody else will actually put it into the context of where Crowder is like being really gay with Not Gay Jared. And I'm not sure if Jared is also gay because of what Gerald said today and they were in like some sort of weird gay relationship or what. But they say at first I took it as him trying to be friendly or one of the guys. Now I see it was a power play to establish his homoerotic dominance.
Can I just say one thing? It's like, imagine like hanging out with one of the guys. Like, oh, he's putting his balls in our face to like, because he's like horsing around. It's not usual. That's not what happens, folks. Just
so there's more to that, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So if we go to the next slide, in regards to exposing himself, in general, to my knowledge, he only exposed himself to male staffers. So understand what that means. He never was exposing himself to women because that's not what he was into. Because he wasn't even into his wife, who he wouldn't impregnate for years, even though she pled with him for a baby. That's coming from Owen Benjamin, though. But I mean, I'm starting to believe him with all the other shit that's come out. But it happened all the time. It was a regular occurrence. It usually happened when he was in a really good sort of manic mood. That's when his homosexual urges would take over. So while we were all disgusted by it and it was never welcomed, it was preferable to him being in a bad mood and how he treated people in that state.
Wait.
Steven never explained it. Yeah, go on.
So Steven is such a fucking douchebag asshole to his employees that when he's being gay to you, you're like, oh, thank God. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's because he's actually fucking unhinged, bro. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. So go ahead.
It's all allegedly. I mean, these are former staffers and stuff. But I will point out that pretty much every person who's worked with Steven has something like this to say.
Yeah.
The more disgusted everyone seemed, the more pleasure he seemed to get from it. It's like he couldn't understand that we weren't in on his joke. In response to a request for comment, Gerald, who's now the CEO of Louder with Crowder, the milk-fed gimp, house and plantation slave of Crowder, said, while Louder with Crowder does not provide details on personal, private, medical matters or personal issues, it is important to note that many of these claims are missing context, clear misinterpretation, or outright falsehoods. So it's funny that Gerald said that, because part of Crowder's defense today that was run by Gerald, while Crowder was conveniently out of the office, was in order to defend that Crowder wasn't gay and that Crowder didn't do this, he then said that Jared exposed himself to Crowder. Let's go to the next clip.
Sure.
Which makes me think they're all gay. Listen, here comes Gerald. Listen to Gerald.
But you don't know.
It's crazy.
Jared exposed his penis in professional settings to Steven.
Wait. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask a question? So, first of all, imagine the Rumble staff, how they feel right now. Okay, first of all, okay, why is he doing the show?
Defense Force comes out.
But why is he doing the show? Can you explain? Like, I don't get it.
So, this might be true, but what they said was that Crowder was in mediation today with his wife. So, like, Crowder and his lawyers and Mrs. Crowder and her lawyers were meeting up and doing this.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's true or not. But that's why Gerald came out today as the front man. And Gerald, is part of his defense, because, everybody's saying that Steven would expose himself, decided that it would be good optics or smart as a Christian conservative show to suggest that the other staffer also would expose his penis to Steven, and not just once, but as he'll say, multiple occasions. In professional settings.
Wait, so they're just sitting there with their cocks out going,
yeah. You want to have a look, bro?
Whoa!
Jared exposed his penis in professional settings to Steven when they were at Wham Radio. He would
Get ready
expose
for this.
himself in a way that only Steven could see, and then for an hour, Steven would have to sit there talking to people at the radio.
An hour.
So for an hour, apparently,
Stop,
Jared has his fucking full penis and balls out in front of Steven.
What the
Him. And like they know that Steven's gay, like, and that everybody else like can't see it, and Steven has to pretend like everything's okay on the air. Like, I'm sorry, but this doesn't vindicate Steven. It all just makes you guys look gay.
What the?
Like, you already are on watch as being the gayest,
On
the most
Wham
cucked of them
Radio?
all, the most baitum of them all. Yeah.
Wait, so he's got his dick out. So, you know, here's the thing that Gerald, whatever, I don't know what his name is, Gerald, Steven allegedly was like licking his lips. He's like frothing at the mouth, like biting his lower lip. Like, you don't just stare at a man's cock for an hour and not like, this is the craziest story in the world right now.
No, it is.
This is crazier than the Baltimore Bridge fucking. Did you see that shit, by the way? Whoa, buddy.
It was
Radio
wild.
station about the business.
Imagine being one of the 6 people on the bridge. Like, what bad luck.
He would expose himself in a way that only Steven could see, and then for an hour, Steven would have to sit there talking to people at the radio station about the business dealings of the show and not break. And to them, it was funny then and funny now.
Wait.
Hey.
God, like, oh my God. Like, is it funny? Like, at what minute
Listen.
is showing your dick not funny?
Listen, I don't know, man, because we've done a lot of gay jokes or gay bits or
Yeah.
whatever on the show. And
Exactly.
like, that's a very popular thing amongst guys.
It's funny,
you know,
whatever,
roast
yeah.
each other, whatever, about being gay or whatever. But I have never actually had a guy straight up pull out his ball sack and like. Actually,
Ever.
there was Surfer, but
Well,
that's
yeah.
a different situation, you know. Like, that was insane.
Yeah. But then he like has it out for an hour. Like, when's the ha stop?
You know, for the hour, like, you know,
Like,
it's for a full hour.
We're not calling him out for it. We're just saying.
You know, Admiral
it's-
Akbross says, I've seen it happen at college parties. We were all pretty drunk, but it didn't last an hour.
No,
and like, this is like repetitive. They're like showing each other their penis and balls in the office. Like, I'm sorry. And then Steven to admit that he's bisexual and had a gay phase and all that.
And then stare at a
Like-
dick for an hour.
Come on, man.
Seems a bit odd
The locker room doesn't count, obviously. Like,
that he was somebody who
Oh my
participated,
God.
maybe even
What
started
a
doing it,
statement.
and then apparently cried foul about it. Here are some other key facts that I want to bring up.
Well,
why say this
Okay.
live?
so that's the setup I want to bring to the table before we go into Jared Monroe's screed here about how he's being shafted by Crowder and all this fucking shit.
Hang on.
Because like these guys are all gay. Like it's all gay. It's
Look at this, by the way. Look at, I guess 13 hours ago. Let me find an older.
Yeah.
Has he been literally like wiped off like YouTube?
I don't think he has a channel.
No, I mean like even the Crowder apps aren't even there. But okay, watch this. Look what not gay Jared used to look like. Okay.
Yeah.
Now look.
That's
at
the
him.
face of a man who's been shafted.
buddy.
A face of a man who's been
And look,
schlonged.
he's like bald now. Like his hairline's like fully like receding and thinned out. Like this is crazy. So he has a website called Free. Now, by the way, when he was fired, after hearing the Dave Landau stuff and all that shit, I knew that the reason he was silent was Crowder had like NDA lawsuits. Like Crowder
yeah.
is like actually like allegedly. I'll say this.
the only person
Insane.
who didn't sign it was Owen Benjamin, who's
Yeah.
just too crazy to control.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. This can't go on any longer, and as the famous saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant.
By the way,
Well,
what's this
we're going to
orange
get a
room?
whole lot of sunlight on a whole bunch of crazy. Yeah, where is he?
This
I
orange
didn't
room
even
upsets
think of
me.
that when I watched this. Like, why? Okay, and he's in a jean jacket as well.
Yeah.
It's not really helping him beat the charges there, but he's not gay for sure. Yeah.
So-
I love how his name conveniently was not gay, Jared. Definitely wasn't a wink and a nod towards a potential gay relationship with him and Crowder. Definitely not.
Yeah,
And the
is he
reason
in-
he's getting involved in this drama definitely isn't that he's a jilted, like, homosexual lover of Steven. You know, that's definitely not what's going on. I have to be careful because this piece of shit will threaten to sue anybody just if they joke about it or speculate on the situation as all, as he throws himself into a massive public, like, battle.
Yeah.
You know, so
Here we go.
God forgive me.
He's in the back rooms. Very good ballistic characteristic. This is very, very backroom-esque.
I'm currently being legally abused and intimidated into silence by
And then he legally abuses other people. Like,
He's being legal. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, it started off where you're on his side because he's being legally abused by Crowder, and it's hypocritical because of what Crowder was saying about Daily Wire and all this stuff. Crowder's a piece of shit and a abuse. Okay, whatever. But then he turns around the very next day and tries to use lawfare against Quartering for Quartering just merely speculating on the situation.
Yeah.
And I just got to say, I don't think this guy has enough money to be suing everybody in town.
No.
You know what I mean? He's actually begging money in this very video, which I don't know who's going to give him money, but we'll see. Ben
my
Shapiro
former
did.
employer. This has been going on for a while now, and it simply cannot live in darkness for another day. But I am asking for your help to fight back. First,
Okay.
some context.
Let me go like this. There you go.
In late October of 2023, to my surprise, I was served these papers. A cease and desist from my former employer. It threatened severe legal action in the form of a lawsuit and demanded I cease communications with my friends. The scare
What?
tactics
With his friends.
of cease
What?
So
Elaborate.
So I guess he was shit talking Crowder to his friends privately, and then his friends must have snaked him to Crowder, one of them,
Whoa.
and then Crowder sent a cease and desist saying "shut the fuck up," which
Look.
he's now breaking by doing this whole thing. And it's like, again, I hate to side with Crowder at all, but you know, he didn't have to sign these papers. He didn't have to sign the papers. He chose to sign these papers knowing that it meant he
Wait,
would
he
waive
signed
his
it
right
after?
to tell his truth. Yeah, he signed it after he was let go.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
So there's, you know, there are some points to the counter narrative that Quartering's been going with today and that other people have been going today with Jared. Like, I don't understand why Jared decided to open his mouth. Like, he got the cease and desist back in October, and he agreed to the NDA, but now he needs to break his silence today. Why? Well, let's let him explain.
Okay.
and desist are generally to intimidate, isolate, and eventually devastate. Like most cease and desist, it also
And then
demanded
you
that I
signed it. Sorry.
Well,
provide-
Machine Stop says he's pretty sure Crowder is getting railroaded unfairly, as much as it sucks because he's so gay. I think that's kind of what's going on, where, yeah, Crowder is getting railroaded by a conspiracy based on what Gerald put together today, his presentation, which will go over what he showed. However, I kind of think Crowder's reaping what he sowed because of his homosexuality and the way he burned every single employee that he had around him and his wife. Like, everybody is uniting together against him. And, you know, it's hard to feel bad for him, but I do think he is getting fucked pretty bad.
them written certificate of my compliance. I did not. In the same delivery, I was also served these papers.
Oh, he didn't sign it.
Well, I think, let's
Is it-
hear him out. I'm
is it-
pretty sure he signed the
Is it-
NDA.
Okay.
A Rule 202 petition for my former employer. You can look that up on the internet. I know I had to. These documents were filed with the county court of my former place of employment, demanding that I be subject to an oral deposition under oath for an
He'd be
unlimited.
subject to an oral deposit.
Oral. Oh, these.
Whoa, buddy.
The wording.
I'm pretty sure Crowder already subjected him to a number of oral depositions, if you catch my drift. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
amount of
Flaked in chat. I know he's working on some edits right now, but Flaked, during this whole clip, whenever we say something up, just flash the word alleged in the middle of the screen, okay?
Yeah.
time.
Because these guys actually sue over the
No,
smallest
they're going
thing.
to sue. I mean, the thing is, like, we're just speculating on this public
Speculation,
situation.
alleged, yeah,
Based
public.
on the information that we have available from the parties involved,
Yeah.
including former employees such as Owen Benjamin, who has a ton of credibility, and I source extensively throughout this presentation.
Yeah, alleged.
and where they were free to interrogate me on
It's good faith slander.
pretty much any private
That's a joke.
It's a joke, alleged, joke.
shows. Also in this petition for discovery, they demanded that I turn over documents of all communications with more than a dozen of my friends, an unlimited amount of unnamed persons in any form and over
Right.
an unlimited period of time.
So it never
I did not-
expires. It never expires. It's a forever slave contract where he has to keep his mouth shut forever. Okay.
Not. Now, I did not
How much do you think they were being paid? Do you know?
I have no idea.
It can't be
well,
enough. It
The
can't be enough.
staffers for Crowder.
Yeah.
So Owen Benjamin says he was paid $35 an hour. So that's kind of like probably the standard pay for a Crowder employee, as he raked in millions upon millions of dollars a year.
What a scam.
For a few
Allegedly.
reasons. Number one, I have seen how this employer handles legal issues, and
Well,
I
that's
knew
the thing. Theodore Fieser the Bald says, and this might be true, the courts might find that such an NDA is excessive and nullify it.
Yeah.
If only we had a small town lawyer in Minnesota that could provide analysis on such matters. But he appears to be missing in action, drunk and playing with baldos. If only we had someone to law-splain this to us. Instead, we have to deal
Two
with the legal
retarded
experts
Canadians.
in the Keno Casino chat. Yeah. So,
that once I opened the door to legal abuse, it would never, ever be shut. This is how they operate. In fact, I'm not the only one who's a current victim. My former employer is exploiting the legal system to abuse others right now. All in the darkness, fully knowing that the fear
In the
and risks
darkness.
it takes to speak up. This kind of harassment at the hands of the powerful isn't just designed to financially ruin somebody. It's designed to cripple their soul. Now, I wasn't about to put my family on embarking upon a journey.
so
down
like,
that
what really crippled your soul, buddy? Was it when Crowder put it in without lube, or was when it made you shut up about it and gagged you?
Jokes.
Did he gag you with his legal penis as well? I don't know.
road. Number two, I was not about to allow the privacy of my personal life, the trust I have with my friends, and the real relationships I have with them to be violated in such an vindictive.
Violated, like,
You know what? Like, we can tell this guy's a talentless bum. He can't even read the script properly.
Yeah, it's
You know
making
what?
me-
I think Crowder was right to sodomize him and throw him to the curb like trash.
That was a joke.
You know, we're siding with Crowder on this because it turns out this guy's just such a boring hack that he deserves whatever comes his way, if you catch my drift.
Abusive manner. Simply was not going to happen. I received the latest article of legal harassment on Friday, March 22nd, 2024.
Oh
After
my
months
God.
now of litigation exhausting even the court with relentless
Exhausting. These are things I'm feeling right now.
Even the court is exhausted with
Yeah.
these people's bullshit. Like, imagine being the judge in this case. Like, as it continues on, you're going to see just how fucking stupid this all is.
Wow.
It's just beyond.
Jeez.
Here you go. Go off, King.
amendments to the
Okay, yeah. we're gonna
It's
now.
time for 1.5 speed.
We'll do
or
1.5.
1.7.
We'll do 1.5.
1.5.
Okay.
1.5.
Rule 202 petition.
Yeah,
my
Hot Fart
ex-employer
Fernando goes, why wouldn't he reshoot this? Like, it wasn't a live stream. This is an pre-recorded video, man.
was finally awarded their request for my oral deposition and any document or communication with my friends that they believe may provide any avenue to sue me or others. As it stands, they await my forced cooperation. I will not. I will continue to fight. Now, here's the big question, is what was their entire reason for this harassment and the basis for their claims? These documents. An NDA.
Okay. Right, you
More
signed
context.
it.
I signed
What the fuck?
So it's over.
So you lose.
separation agreement, an NDA containing a strict and very broad non-disparagement clause many years ago.
It doesn't matter if it's strict. You signed it. You should have been like,
You
for fuck-
agreed to it.
Yeah.
I voluntarily left my job after deciding I could no longer put myself or my growing family through the toxic and abusive work environment I had endured for years.
Okay.
This place was and is to this day a workplace rife with sexual misconduct, degeneracy, and aggression. The things I saw,
Generosity.
the things done to me,
And
and
aggression.
the things I
The
witnessed.
things done to him. My goodness. My goodness.
Jesus.
due to others were disgusting, shocking, and utterly indefensible.
So you signed the NDA because what? What, for the severance package
I mean, like,
required
yeah.
the NDA? Probably, yeah.
That's probably what it was, but
I have the receipts.
okay.
This all took a serious toll on my personal health. To the point near the end
His
of my tenure,
rectum especially.
environment had become so toxic that I had to be admitted into a heart hospital. And after many tests, I was
What?
ultimately put on anti-anxiety medication. This condition.
Okay,
Heart
like, this is-
hospital.
You know, this isn't really making me want to side with him. You know, it's like,
No.
oh man, I was a victim and I was having a heart attack and in the hospital. It's like, Steven Crowder made me his bitch. Oh, like,
Buddy,
people don't want to side with this, you know? Like,
buddy, like,
Was something new to me. I had no history of it prior to my employment there.
I mean, we've all had shitty
there's
bosses.
a reason
like,
he was called not gay. Well, but you know, in his defense, like, did your boss ever pull out
No,
his ball
no,
sack and
no.
put it on your
Fair
shoulder, and, like,
enough.
try and kiss you in front of Shia LaBeouf or whatever? Like, I don't know. But then we hear from Gerald, he whipped out his cock and made Stephen ball gaze for an hour. So it's
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know.
never been treated for it since. Now, when I decided to resign, my wife
Baldo Fridays in the office says foul stop.
was pregnant with our firstborn child. It was a terrifying position to be put in.
Not fat PPP.
Oh man.
not Worski.
Yeah. Like, you know, the way he names these people, like, it's pretty fucking embarrassing. He puts all of his staff through humiliation rituals to show them who's in charge. Like, that's what's going on. And I don't care. Oh, everyone's like, I don't. That's what's going on. Like, everybody knows that's what's going on. But for whatever reason, nobody is allowed to say it because then Crowder will come in with his team of lawyers. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Like, okay.
Yeah.
But I absolutely knew that I could not be the husband or dad I was called to be for them in my current state. Something had to change.
So he's married.
And if I couldn't change my work environment, then it was time for me to remove myself from it. I was fully aware
Right.
that willfully resigning would mean I would forfeit any sort of severance. I trusted that God would provide.
Wait. So you still
So-
got no severance and
No,
you
but
signed
wait.
the NDA.
Yeah, an idiot. But no, he trusts that God will provide, but he doesn't trust that God will provide for his legal fund. He expects that we will provide for his legal fund.
Well,
I see.
God told them to make a video.
And
the
God
website-
told him to set up the GoFundMe. I see.
FreeJaredMonroe.com. Oh.
What I had not anticipated is how much it would cost me to quit. This is where my first experience with legal abuse began. Starting from the day I delivered
legal
my
abuse.
notice of resignation, I was put on the phone with company lawyers, and the good cop, bad cop coercion campaign to get my signature on an NDA was well underway.
Hang up and go, fuck you. Click.
I was told many lies throughout this process. I immediately hired my own legal counsel.
Fire up a stream and make donos. Grift off
Yeah.
of you quitting and go like, want to hear about the fucking ball on the
Go,
shoulder story?
go to Owen Benjamin's ranch
Exactly.
and join Beartaria, buddy.
Exactly.
Onward to Beartaria, where the gravy floweth like wine.
Owen
like, there were
Benjamin-
options, buddy.
Owen
You
was
could've-
right.
You could have been the next Coddington, buddy, and ran cover for Owen's alleged crimes. Would have been Keno.
Yo, bro, we should just
You could have
like,
room whacked with him. Room whacking is okay according to Owen, you know?
it's just a Friday.
Iserbomb asks, why does he look like an ISIS hostage? Like, I just don't know. Like, he's going for the vibe of a guy who just desperately needs to shit, but is not allowed.
Of God understanding my predicament, he even agreed to work for half of his normal rate. Even so, the legal fees immediately began to pile up. My former employer and his attorney argued I could not work in media anywhere in the world.
Wait,
So
What?
yeah, they are basically railroading him pretty fucking
really?
hard. They're saying that he signed a non-compete, so he's not allowed to have his own show or be on anybody else's show because he signed an eternal slave contract to work
Okay.
for Crowder until the end of time.
He's gotta win this. He's gonna win this. Like,
I mean, it couldn't have happened to a bigger though, you know.
buddy, that is that is
No lollipops and fancy pants for
Imagine
not
signing
gay
that
Jared.
for Crowder. By the way,
He's
look,
feased.
if you watch him
And he
because
signed it with no severance too.
what the
Ooh, it is part of what Steven got mad at Ben for as well. Like, these sort of terms were in the Daily Wire slave contract that Crowder had such a problem with, but he doesn't have a problem enforcing
Buddy.
it on his own employees. It is bullshit.
bro? This is why we just do our own thing and we have like Kick rules. We love Kick. Our
Yeah.
viewers rule. We do Gum Road. And when
Like,
you
once
guys
you
support
start,
us,
like-
yeah, you change your. By the way, your shows go from like 3-4 hours, fun streams, doing whatever you want, to it's got to be like an hour and a half on Thursday at 5 p.m. and it's got to be like this. No, you got to add this. It has to be these things. And imagine Crowder being your boss and being like, you can't talk or say a joke. Like, this is why.
I don't know. The guy just wasn't simply not talented enough to make it on his own. And so that's why he signed up to be a staffer with Crowder. And he didn't have the balls to stand up for himself during this. And he let himself be gaslit, just like he let Steven put his balls on his chin. And he's just felt it as a result. But it doesn't change the fact Crowder is an abusive scumbag piece of shit that probably does deserve the railroading he's got his way. Like,
World. And most certainly not in the United States.
So
for 2 years.
all these people just lost.
allegedly.
Because now everyone on the outside's watching like, what the is wrong with all of you?
Oh yeah.
What is
Oh,
wrong with all of you?
Ring
Like,
it up, left wing dub.
They decided a non-solicitation clause that was inside the original agreement would retroactively be interpreted as the broadest and strictest non-compete one could draft. They told me my Twitter account, another potential lifeline to future work.
Pardon me? You've
So
got
he has to turn over his Twitter account to Crowder.
Stop!
Yeah.
Stop!
buddy. Bend over, Steven's driving.
Wait, what do you mean?
Well,
What does that even mean? Your Twitter account?
which I'd owned and been the sole manager of since 2009, was to be turned over to them on the argument that it was somehow their intellectual property now.
Crowder's insane. Crowder's a psycho. Fucking
well, he
allegedly
burns everybody around him and tries to control them and dominate them, and then he's surprised
Bro.
when they all band together to try and ruin his life. I
But
don't know.
he's a fucking my god.
Presumably to keep me from working even
And
further.
the
My
only
former-
reason people listen to him is because he does the conservative talking points, the easy ones, the boomer. You gotta own a guy. Like really, take the point form of conservative talking points. That's what he says, right? But he doesn't believe any of this shit. He's a psychopath.
Waffens has sent in another tweet from you where you say, maybe you're just sucking balls lately, though a video where you suck balls might get some more views. That banger from November 2014 got 1 like. Holy, buddy.
Oh, very funny, very funny.
former employer even
How's
tried
he
to claim
even
my personal
finding this shit? He's just like,
He just scrolling through my old. I used to say one-liner jokes. I thought it was funny. So.
oh, man.
production equipment, gear I had owned for years prior to working there as company property.
But you if there was a video of me sucking balls, it would blow up. Let's be fucking.
I mean, it would.
you know.
After producing every receipt to validate my ownership, a vicious lie that I stole from the company was born and disseminated by my employer. By the way, breaking their side of this bogus mutual non-disparagement agreement.
Did
I
he
have those
steal
receipts
from
as
the
well.
company?
What did he steal?
I don't know.
All I simply wanted to do was peacefully leave.
Was it Crowder's dildo or I don't know.
It was clear by my employer, though, that this was not only unacceptable, but that I needed to be punished for doing so. The
Sounds
employees
like a
used these terms-
BDSM. Like
is so
this is like some
fucked.
sort of twisted, weird BDSM like contract that this guy signed, where Crowder's just able to dominate him for all eternity. Man, oh man.
and many more. Fighting for my basic freedoms to leave and provide for my family immediately sent me into legal debt. I did not want to sign anything, mind you. But the negotiations with my former employer left no question that without a signed NDA, my guaranteed silence,
No.
I would undoubtedly be harassed well into the future.
Who gives a f? Wait, hang on. So
So you just let them bend you over on the threat that they would bend you over later on? Like-
you give away your Twitter account, possible media future, like other employers or your own show. You like say like you give everything away in the hopes they wouldn't harass you. But you could have used that harassment against them to get like a bigger show.
Yeah.
You could have
Well, Crouch
used
Status
it.
Gamer goes, so why did he sign? They're harassing him now.
But
Like, did
exactly.
he think giving it, like, this is why you don't negotiate with terrorists?
No,
buddy.
you don't.
Like,
Yeah, fuck them. This is a man who got bent over while
I mean,
someone else
that is
drove.
one of the most, like, felted faces I've ever seen.
Greatest
Just a
felt names of
soy-filled
history.
bitch.
Look at
I mean, this guy's, like, one step from Jarbo maxing, buddy. Like,
buddy.
oh.
No matter if there are future claims against me for
Jarbo always catches strays. Like, still.
or where
He
I worked
always
or what I did or what I said were legitimate or not. It didn't matter. It would cost me thousands and thousands to fight back, and they knew that. I had to make a deal with nothing but a small savings account and my last paycheck. I had to accept the deal I could afford. It's very important to note here
goodness.
that where is it?
So everyone's just broke
was
and
that paid-
destitute and needs help. And they're always
Yeah.
in, wow, working for the right wing was really a great
It
f***ing...
was a great business strategy.
You know what I mean?
Don't worry, we'll take care of you. Not like those socialist pinko commies that are all millionaires now, you know?
For its consideration.
Jesus.
Which brings me to what you might be asking next. What was the
Louis
reason I
Chutz
did sign this?
goes, all I can focus on is Buddy's hair. It's
Me
so
too.
thin.
Me too,
Like,
but-
the Norwood Reaper was not kind to not gay Jared. Like, yeah, he should
like how
pull
you-
himself up by his bootstraps. Yeah.
I like how you said like not gay was like, you said it like it was his first name. Not gay. Jared.
Well, it is. That's the title his master gave him. That's his slave name, and he dances to it.
Again, as a man with his first child on the way, the small victory I got from it. The primary reason I signed the NDA was for a small carve out in the non-compete clause.
Wait.
No, Master Crowder. Master
which allowed
Crowder,
me to-
please don't put your balls on my shoulder no more, Master Crowder. I'll suck
Really
it,
see the-
please, Master Crowder. I'll
it's using
sign
someone-
whatever you say.
Okay, so Moon Carbuncle says, wait until you hear this shit. All right, apparently a crazy line is coming up. Let's listen. Oops, sorry.
My skill sets at another specific company. At least I could feed my family. That provision, however, was a lie.
No!
Oh, it just gets worse.
I
It
could at
just
least
gets
feed my
worse.
family. His family's just hungry.
And upon starting my new job at new said company, I was giving another one of these, a cease and desist, and was promptly unlawfully terminated from that position.
Amazing.
What?
So he's just not allowed to work a job? Buddy, look at that. It's a man denied employment. You know, I think what it was is that Crowder missed his sweet cheeks and will do anything to get those cheeks back under his control.
You know what he
And
looks
this
like?
is a man who's like, please, Master Crowder, stop in my bumhole. Stuff.
Is that not Matt Walsh?
It kind of
It
is.
honestly looks like Matt Walsh if Matt Walsh was felted.
Ooh.
I added thousands more to my legal debt trying to fight back. My wife was very pregnant by this time, and without a financial safety net for groceries and a baby crib, much less a legal fund to file a countersuit, I simply had to let it go,
This
trusting God had a plan.
Imagine you're working for one of the biggest YouTube channels like ever, conservative, and like millions, mug club, and you
Yeah.
could barely buy a crib.
You can't even afford groceries. Like, what was this guy thinking?
Buddy,
Like,
that
he would have
shit.
been better off working at fucking Best Buy, it sounds like.
I know.
To that point, I want to say that I'm happy to report that he did have a plan, and what was intended for evil, God used for good. And it took me years to pay off my legal debt, but the story of God's faithfulness in my life became a very large part of my testimony. And I'm just so grateful for the
What
opportunity
a
he gave
cope.
me. And
What?
yeah, it's a story for another day. But
What?
So he's trying to say God felt him like this? Okay.
back to this.
Just trust God's
While my supposed
plan.
non-compete expired after 2 years, unfortunately, the most egregious part of my NDA, the part that silences my free speech, has no expiration. While NDAs are classically used to protect trade secrets, unfortunately, in the entertainment industry, they are too often used to protect disgusting, unlawful activity and many forms of abuse.
Dude, Crowder's fucking losing his mind right now.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
flying on Addies, snorting
Oh, yeah.
creatine, and going, "What are we gonna do? Sue everyone!"
They're coming for everything. And the whole time, like on the show today, Gerald just kept saying over and over again that they're going to ruin Steven's life. They're going to destabilize him. They're going to leave him penniless and with nothing. They're coming for everything. Like Gerald, he went to the point where he even said like that Jared and Steven's wife want to own Mug Club and that they want to own like the rights to the show and that they're going to like control what Steven says. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, it's like painting this picture of like the Mug Club apocalypse or something. Like,
We see examples of this all the time.
Well, isn't like Tim Pool and everyone's coming after Crowder now, which rules?
well, no, they're defending Crowder.
Oh,
the
are they?
only person, the only person that's on this guy's side is Lauren Southern.
No, it's over.
Like Tim Pool is on Crowder's side.
Is he?
Quartering's on Crowder's side.
Wow.
Pearly Things is on Crowder's side.
Wow.
Who else? Everybody. Candace Owens is on Crowder's side, I guess. Oh, Candace Owens, sorry, is on the side of this guy and Steven's wife. She went after Crowder in the past. So you got Candace Owens and Lauren Southern against the Quartering, Tim Pool, Pearly Things coalition.
So we're gonna see just a giant war. This is amazing.
This guy. Well, he does have Shapiro. Shapiro donated $500, which
Come on, Shapiro.
imagine you're this guy. Imagine you're this guy, and you're like, oh, you get the news, sir, not gay Jared. It's all gonna be okay. Ben Shapiro is supporting your legal fund. Oh. Yeah, the millionaire owner of Daily Wire. We got this. It's fully funded, right? Oh, sorry, sir. You only donated $500. You know he was saying some racial slurs about Jewish people then. You know, Obama phone Pro Max 5G for 5 subs. Woo!
All right.
People and their attorneys routinely use NDAs to silence victims in order to remain powerful people. Free speech matters. Matters a lot to me, and that's not just a t-shirt slogan.
Does it?
Gave
Does
him
it though?
$20.
Because you signed it away for no money. So does it really matter to you, buddy?
It really matters. And these kinds of NDAs, right here, starting from this, are unquestionably unconstitutional.
Are they though?
I will
For
not
some reason, that's JFK
We're gonna
would
find out.
Huh?
He's
live with the
claiming
burden
it's
of
unquestionably unconstitutional, but I don't know if that's true. So
unconstitutional. I will not live with the burden of this unconstitutional NDA over my head for the rest of my life, especially when information I have can be used to aid other victims escape their own abusive situations, which is the context for which this former employer feels they caught me breaking my agreement. Let me be clear, what I'm afraid of is legal harassment in perpetuity, not the truth. Only one side of this ordeal is spending a fortune to hide truth and punish anyone who dares speak up for themselves or other victims. Well, I will not get into the past.
Where did the founders say no NDAs?
I don't know.
by my
But to
former
be
employer.
fair, if Crowder is putting his ball sack on employers' shoulders, I think like that
should
should
maybe
be-
have a right to know about it before they agree to work for him. Maybe. I don't know.
yeah.
I have to recognize this process
Imagine
has
like
already become
agreeing to go to work for him after this. Like I think this really is the Crowder downfall arc. It really is.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think
like,
Tim
like
Pool will save
Quartering
him.
and Tim Pool, like they are circling the wagons around him, but there's only so much they can do because
you
more
think-
and more crazy shit's gonna come out. Like it's gonna be bad.
Tim Pool's clip channel does like shit numbers. Holy fuck. Terrible.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Pewis Hair Plugs Hamilton asks, when did Jared post this? He posted this yesterday night, and then Gerald responded to it at 10 in the morning today. And then the whole afternoon was Quartering, Lauren Southern, Pearly Things, Insanity. So,
Sheesh.
unbearably former employer has seemingly unlimited
Yeah.
wealth and resources to gleefully spend punishing powerless people. I tried to handle legal fees on my own these last months, and the fees have already reached the tens of thousands of dollars with no resolution in sight. Unstopped, this type of legal abuse can
Tough.
go on for years and years and quickly escalate to hundreds of thousands of dollars.
What a shit life. What a shit life that you have now put yourself in where your like whole life now is the law.
Yeah.
Legalities, like lawyers.
yeah. Well, he shouldn't have worked for a Canadian homosexual. He only has himself to blame.
Wow, flaked. Watch out, bud.
Be careful.
You're
pal.
working with two Canadian homosexuals.
myself and my family. I cannot put my wife and my children through this.
Don't
Not
worry,
again.
Flake's already signed the blood clause NDA. Just kidding, I'm just kidding.
Oh, right.
I
He'll
checked-
never be able to
I
work
checked
another
donut
job
chat.
again. Okay, it says it's a Worski tweet that says in Minnesota it's illegal for a man to have sex with a live fish. Worski says, "Oh, I'm never moving there." That was from 2013. Oh, buddy.
Got with that, G.
I cannot be bound to an unconstitutional NDA.
Like
this forever.
Waffins,
Protecting-
we're gonna have to raise the dono amount for me to read these now. You're causing too much harm to the brand. It's now $10 minimums to read these tweets, pal. Suffer Waffins.
My family means finding a path that doesn't leave us in financial ruin. And
Look, one says so f***ing true, Worski. Exactly.
simply out of funds, and I have no other option but to ask for help. I'm asking for
Yes,
donations.
Brazilian monkey. Crowder is Canadian.
Yeah.
Like Crowder would talk, and he's from Quebec, by the way. But he was an English-speaking Quebecer, and he would always talk about how he was discriminated against for speaking English in Quebec.
the EVS fucking A-logs are like they're loving our segment. They're so hype.
For two reasons. Number one, obviously to help with the financial burden I've already accrued with this legal matter right here. That's taken care of. That matter is priority number one as I'm going further and further into debt with each passing day.
Woo! Oh no,
Each passing
buddy.
day. Oh, that's
Oh.
tough. That's tough, buddy.
Ladies, it's tough.
That's a tough spot to be in.
The second reason I'm asking for financial assistance, though, assistance is to proactively address my unconstitutional anti-free speech NDA, which is the basis for all of their claims against me. The simplest resolution here.
Oh
would be for
God,
Max
we're
employer
almost
to release
through
me from
this
the NDA.
garbage. Like,
Give me
They're
and my
not
fellow
gonna
ex-employees
do
the
that.
same-
Now they're mad. Now,
Yeah.
buddy, fucking
well, now they're actually suing him,
yeah.
whereas before they weren't suing him.
And also, Crowder is probably, this is alleged, this is a joke, by the way, is probably like looking for Bitcoin assassins to kill you. Like honestly, man. That's a JK, it's a joke.
free speech they publicly champion for every other American.
I hate the fact that we're dealing with fucking losers who you have to go, joking.
Woo!
But I can almost guarantee you that will not happen. I've already witnessed them.
I mean, essentially, somebody said this earlier today. I think it was on my Twitter feed, and it's so true. This is what the sector would be like if we all had money. There would just be endless lawsuits, like for a million years, like f***ed up legal agreements and shit. This really is the sector with money. Yeah. Waffins is sent for $5.
No! No.
He keeps leaving the zeros off.
What
Let's
does it
see what he
say?
sent for $5.
What is it? I'm
Oh,
gay.
this
LOL.
is a classic. This is from 2012, Andy. This tweet is over 12 years old. And it says, I thought my muscles grew, but my mom just shrunk my sweater in the dryer. What is this? The Warski torture porn episode, Waffens? Like, what are you doing to him, man? Like, you, buddy.
Yeah, fucking funny. I was a comedic.
You bastard.
I was a comedic genius.
We need to
Fuck.
go through and clear all your old tweets,
No,
pal.
I don't care. I actually
We got
don't.
it. We got it clean. This is him saying he's like, listen, man, the Oppo research team for Van Skyver's got a gold mine, buddy. The f***ing war room's coming in hot with 12-year-old Warski tweets. We dug up how Ethan's dad molested him or something. He's gonna come up with some wild tweets from the Warski days. I don't know.
No more darkness. That's why, beyond the current burden I face from my ex-employer's legal abuse, I will be using these donations to fight back and file a counter motion, placing my unconstitutional NDA before a judge to have it dissolved in its entirety. I want my First Amendment rights back.
See, everyone
I
wants
want to stop
RTU, to be
The
honest.
cycle of abuse.
Does
and I want truth to
anybody
be known.
know how much this guy raised?
Let me guess. 87,000.
Does anybody 73K? People are saying. I don't know. Who
Wow.
knows?
I was like,
Tolerators offering 11 subs. Make it 20 subs, and we'll go right to RTU. But I wanted to show at least a little bit of this. So
No,
let's go to the next.
no, because we'll do. I'm down for another segment. I'm having fun with this, by the way. I am loving this segment, but we got the RTU. We could do a whole other episode.
Well, there's a lot of RTU stuff. There's enough RTU stuff to have a full episode on in the folder. But I just kind of want to let's go to the next slide. This was Gerald's
wanna
response to
finish
all
this?
of this today. Nah, let's move on.
Yeah,
we
I
kind
want-
of get the gist of how he was bent over and driven. Here comes Gerald now announcing the lawsuit against him.
All right, you know what? It's up to Ashton selfishly, says Smug Mug. Fair enough.
He's not doing that.
It's your birthday. You can do whatever you want, actually. I'm sorry. I
All
take
right.
it back. I take it back.
And so this company is suing Hillary for extortion against us. We filed a lawsuit against Hillary, her family, and media reps for tortious interference and their
For
extortion
tortious
conspiracy.
Let's
interference and an
go.
extortion conspiracy. So it's full on the Crowder conspiracy. Do 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 do. They're plotting against him in their secret text message group chats. Gerald's exposing it all. It's the black oil virus, man.
Woo!
scheme, which I will lay out in detail.
Oh my God.
I take no pleasure in that.
Moon Carbuncle says, imagine thinking this will make you look good. You know?
You know.
I wish everybody would go and just do the right thing and we could all get on with our lives. And you can tune into this show and see updates about news.
You know.
No one cares anymore. We all want to know how gay you are. That's funny.
Comedy.
Comedy about the Biden. Remember that video you showed us? The Biden song?
Oh no.
What was it
the
called?
Biden farts?
Oh,
Where
Thing
it's
that you
the
love.
shark song, like from Baby Sharks.
we gotta watch that. We gotta watch that.
Biden farts. Do. It's so shit. Oh my God.
About this show. Additional content from great
I'll stand in 5 subs, okay?
people that you love to hear from. But unfortunately, I can't do that today. I hope we can get back to doing that very soon.
It's like a fucking funeral. It's like
I
a
know.
funeral, isn't it?
I
Like,
couldn't, and this went on. This Gerald thing went on for 34 minutes or
No, it
32
didn't.
minutes or something. Yeah, man, it was over a half hour of this guy laying out the extortion conspiracy. Which like, I don't think we're gonna go through the extortion conspiracy, other than like one thing I want to show.
Sure.
I want. So we're gonna then like that's fine. So he's announced the lawsuit. Let's
can't
go to
do
the
that
next
today.
slide.
Wait, hang
I
on.
hope we can get back to doing that very soon. In fact, we will tomorrow. But I hope we never have to address this kind of stuff again. Hillary's
You
not
will.
doing that.
You will.
Yeah.
You will address
Well,
it.
It's your
more.
life now.
So this was now Jared lashing out at Quartering, where he goes, issue one more tweet or statement. saying the opinion that I am somehow sexually involved or want to be involved with Hillary Crowder, and we will have a new lawsuit. So we could pull up that tweet and listen to what Quartering said. I thought it was pretty inoffensive. Quartering
I'm
just
down.
goes, "Don't sue me, bro."
Was it
All right,
LWC Mug Club?
Yeah.
LWC Mug Club.
So, like, the guy just destroys all sympathy for himself as, like, a victim of lawfare and legal abuse by then threatening to silence others and take away their speech because he doesn't like the way they're speculating about his case.
Where was
Like,
that?
it's just really dumb.
Well, yeah, and by the way, yeah, your free speech, this, that, jokes, speculation. You can't, and now you're gonna like threaten Quartering of all people. The most like
Where is
milquetoast-
there? It is right
it?
there.
The most
I
mild
think that
mannered.
might be it. Let me make sure that that's it.
Willingly sign these documents.
Yes, it is.
Is okay.
Willingly. And then willingly.
Yeah, he willingly. Quartering gets some sleep, bud. Doesn't he look tired, or is it just me? All right, anyway.
Violated them multiple times by inserting himself weirdly into the Steven Crowder divorce. That's what all this is about. Unless Jared Monroe releases some level of additional evidence here, I think ultimately, end of the day, Steven Crowder is going to be rich and stay rich. Steven Crowder's ex-wife is going to be rich.
Yep.
Jared Monroe is going to be flapping in the wind because I have
Yeah.
no
True.
That's what's gonna
That's
happen,
what we
like-
said. By the way, imagine listening to someone with this background. Sorry.
idea why
Game Genie, he's a cheater. All right.
he inserted himself into this. Here's a message back sent in 2022. They understand right-wing media. They are familiar with who Steven is in that world and things that would destabilize him. They're trying to make him have a mental breakdown. But by employing a media/Brian Freeman and PR strategy that will significantly threaten this public persona and brand. By the way, Brian Friedman
Does his homosexuality that he does, though, not threaten his own public persona and brand? Like, when he comes out and says that he's bisexual, and then all these reports come out about him putting his balls in people's face, like exposing himself, his employees exposing themselves to him. And like that's what Gerald said. That's what the CEO of Louder with Crowder said, is that Jared, for an hour straight, would f***ing pull out his ball sack in front
they
of
loved it.
Steven. But aren't you guys damaging your own public persona at a certain point? Like, can we really blame the wife and fucking the
No.
ex-employees for all this shit? I don't think so.
No.
the guy that defended the woman who knowingly lied about that MLB player and ruined his career. That's who that is. They're trying to extort him. So no wonder he's pissed.
Okay, but
you may have seen those.
Also, hasn't Crowder hired the same lawyer that represented like another like dirty celebrity? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? I forgot today, but both of them have signed like high-level famous lawyers that like represented scumbags. Casino Viewer says, yeah, Bill Cosby. Yeah,
No way.
Crowder hired the same lawyer that represented Bill Cosby.
Stop.
So it all is kind of fucking silly to me to be like, well, but she hired the lawyer that was involved with this scumbag case, but you're hiring the Bill Cosby lawyer, Steven.
Or as the law calls them, the dream team.
Yeah, the dream team.
Public claims about Hillary's hardships, seeking opportunity.
Hey. Make this go away.
I really need a job with remote flexibility. I need money. Well, it turns out that Steven Crowder is paying her $25,000 a month
That was funny.
while they sort their divorce. $25,000 a month. That's $300K a year to do nothing. For some reason that I don't know, that Jared Monroe inserted himself into. And I don't know why. I don't know if he has like some sort of crush or emotional attachment to
This is
Steven
all
Crowder's
he said to get threatened with a lawsuit.
Right
This
here.
is what he said.
Right here.
This is why he deserves to get sued, according to Not Gay Jared, who's such a warrior for freedom of speech and says you should be able to say what you want online. But this level of speculation from Quartering is too far. This is unconstitutional. He needs to be stopped. Okay.
Jared Monroe inserted himself into. And I don't know why. I don't know if he has like some sort of crush or emotional attachment to Steven Crowder's.
He literally said he doesn't even, it's not even like an alleged statement. It's like, I don't know if you know what I mean? It's like, it's just a thought. And Jared, he's gonna have the balls to go, I'm gonna sue you. Try. Fuck him. I'm not on his side anymore. I never was, but I'm even less on his side now. F you.
Yeah.
Go sue Quartering. I dare you.
Ex-wife, or he has some sort of axe to grind against Steven Crowder.
It's like literally just like, I don't know if he likes the ex-wife or I don't know if he has an ex.
I don't think that Steven Crowder is a perfect man. I think that he's made mistakes. I fully believe that maybe people find his work.
Hey, Jared, I don't know if you're doing this because you don't want to get in the ass again. Are you going to sue me for saying this? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what kind of semantics are we playing here? You're all supposed to be, by the way, conservatives who are like,
I know.
against this fucking gay shit.
I know.
Sorry, this pisses me off.
I know. All right, now let's go into the Crowder conspiracy folder real quick.
All right.
And let's go to Exhibit 7 in the Crowder conspiracy folder. Because there's all this stuff proving the conspiracy. But this is the yam of doom. The yam of death.
Uh-oh.
The sweet potato, heard round the world. So here's his docs that's in this message. It says, I want to add that he actually lives at blank. So please leave this house alone. He doesn't live there. And then shortly after this message amongst the Crowder conspirators, the ex-employees and his wife, this sweet potato or yam was left at Crowder's house with his docs written on it in Sharpie. And it says, I'm not even sure what this says.
I'll read it. Watch it. Beep. Watch it. You can poke holes, wrap in paper, microwave for 2.5 minutes, little hole on the side, cut and serve.
Right. So I don't know what the is really going on. Gerald presented all these exhibits. That was Exhibit 7 of 10 Gerald exhibits, which I don't really have time to go through. If you want to know all the Gerald exhibits, go to the Rumble channel. It's their most recent video, and you can hear all of Gerald's side. The cursed yam. We'll get to this on a later show, maybe tomorrow or Friday.